What's up, guys? It's MB Boxing, and I just finished up watching David Morrell versus Kalvin Henderson, and this was a 12-rounder for the WBA Super Middleweight World Championship, and this fight was Saturday, June 4th, from the Armory in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and this fight was broadcasted on Showtime, and in this fight, David Morrell was able to get a fourth-round stoppage victory over Kalvin Henderson. So leading up to the stoppage, this bout scored 30-27 in favor of David Morrell, and just to break down this fight, in the first round, Morrell really, he used a lot of his energy as he was just coming forward. And literally for that entire round, he threw like hundreds of combinations on the ropes. I'm not even exaggerating. He threw so much combinations. And yeah, it was just crazy. I was just shocked that he was able to still throw more flurries like that in the next few rounds. He threw so many punches in that first round, really tried to get Henderson out of there, really just had him on the ropes and was continuing to land big hooks, left, rights. Just a lot of big shots and really trying to score a stoppage in front of his adopted hometown fans. So, yeah, so far, Morrell, a lot of his fights have been in Minnesota. He's being built up there. This is another solid win for him. Continuing on with how this fight went on, round number 2. Very similar to the first round, except that Morrell died down a bit with his speed on the flurries, as opposed to throwing let's say in the first round he threw 10 big flurries on the ropes, maybe he threw 5. He cut it down a bit, trying not to use as much energy, because in that first round he definitely figured out that Henderson can definitely take a punch. So he also won that second round easy. Then in round 3, a big moment happened towards the end of the round. Kalvin Henderson got hit with a 1-2 combination, got sort of buckled a bit, and he was on the ropes towards the end of the third round, and Morrell started going ham on Kalvin Henderson, was knocking his head back like a pinball machine, was knocking it back like a bobblehead. I was shocked that the referee did not stop the fight, because Henderson wasn't even throwing back to literally 20 unanswered punches. The referee was about to step in, but he didn't. But if I was reffing, I probably would have stopped it, because Henderson's head was getting rocked back so many times with those shots on the ropes, and it really looked like the ref was going to stop it. Then in round number 4, Henderson was actually able to land a nice hook on the ropes when he was obviously on his back to the ropes, and it looked like it sort of maybe stunned Morrell a bit, because Morrell had his gloves up and wasn't doing anything for a little bit, but Henderson, I guess, didn't sense that. But then right after he got back, Morrell came forward again, landed a big, I believe it was a right hook to the chin of Henderson, buckled him a bit. Again, Henderson was on the ropes. Then Morrell went in for the finish with some more combinations, followed by a big left hand that snapped his head back, and then the referee waved it off. So yeah, this was another fourth round stoppage win for David Morrell, a strong victory. But yet again, Henderson isn't a guy who's in the top 10, top 15, anywhere like that. So with that being said, what is next for David Morrell? Defending his WBA belt again. So I think in his next fight, obviously everyone talks about him fighting Benavidez. That's definitely an option, but realistically, based off of the fighters he has been fighting, most likely he'll face someone inside the top 25, top 20 in the super middleweight division. But that Benavidez fight, I would really like to see, considering that he is obviously a regular title holder, the WBA regular title holder, and Benavidez holds the interim WBC, so it would be a really, really good fight. But maybe there could be another fight or two like this before Morrell takes on someone like a Benavidez, because Morrell has been defending his belt against guys like this that don't really pose a threat, but that have solid records and stuff like that. But yeah, in his next fight, he'll probably take on someone top 20, top 25, maybe another one of those guys, and then maybe take on someone like a Benavidez in a big main event. But as for Kalvin Henderson, losing here for the second time, this time by brutal stoppage. So it was his first world title bout. He got dominated, but I think in his next fight, or his next few fights, he'll take on lower level competition, guys with maybe losing records, very tight winning records, something like that, not really too good competition. Get some easy knockouts before maybe getting called up by a decent little promotion, maybe getting some very solid wins, something like that. But for him, it's really just trying to get built back up, and he might get another big opportunity in a couple of years or two. So overall, David Morrell dominates and stops Kalvin Henderson, getting a fourth round knockout win to successfully defend his WBA super middleweight world title. And yeah, that's really it. I'm MB Boxing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.